All right. This video is probably really long overdue. I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna rag on these Tac-Ta-cool people, okay, and concealed carry. All right, now, or constitutional carry, I like to call it. Okay, I've said over and over and over again in my videos. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a Tac-Ta-cool person. Yeah, just woke up, didn't comb my beard. I'm not a Tac-Ta-cool person, and I absolutely have a lot of things against Tac-Ta-cool. For one, they give bad advice. It's not wrong advice, it's bad advice. It's bad. If you actually carry a gun every single day, after a given period of time, you're going to go through a whole bunch of stages, all right? Carrying a firearm is something that requires a lot of thought. You don't just strap a firearm on, okay, and think that, okay, I'm going to carry a gun. It's just not like that. You have to put a lot of thought into it. For one, what happens if I have to go to the bathroom in a crowded, right, bathroom? Okay, now urinating's usually not a problem unless you're one of those guys that belly carries. Then it can be an issue. Okay, this is why I tell everybody there's really two ways to carry a firearm where you're going to carry that firearm all day, and you're just going to do it. It's going to become a habit. It's comfortable, and you can do it. And there's just a couple of ways to do that. Now, I like to carry a variation of firearms, okay? I'm a particular fan of carrying full-size firearms. And yeah, you can carry a full-size firearm. It is not a problem at all. I'm going to tell you how I do it, okay? I like to wear a baggy shirt. Why? Because, well, I work hard, okay? And the baggy shirt helps me cover up all kinds of things, okay? If you're going to carry a firearm, you're the fool that brought a gun to any fight or any altercation. You brought the gun. Be ready to accept that responsibility. That means you have to be able to protect that gun. All right, now, I've made the comment before that, you know, I like to carry full size. I carry 911s even, okay? And you always get, oh, well, you cinch your belt up tighter than most of us because people understand. And it's not that uncomfortable, and it's not what you think it is, okay? For instance, right now, here we go, all right? Let that camera, see? I'm actually carrying full-size firearm. This is the one that I've chose to carry today. I will wear it all day long in the house and out of the house. Everybody that understands, like the Beretta M9 type of pistol, you know it's a monster, right? Yet, let it focus. There it is. It's right here on this hip, okay? I use my buck knife. I use that as a spacer. It sits right here. The type of holster is important. You've got to have this. Now, it covers the beaver tail, so it makes it comfortable. And as you can see, my belt's not cinched that tight. The pistol is actually sitting on my hip. And yes, guys have hips. And you can carry any pistol that way, okay? Be it one of these like this, little small Ruger Light. I do carry this quite often. That 856, I believe, is the model number on it. It's in a 38. Now, why do you carry it there? Well, once you start carrying it there, you're going to understand. All right. Now, the big shirt covers a lot of oops, okay? I'm a big guy, but that's just beside the point. I can carry knives and guns on my belt, okay? And, yeah, absolutely. It's not a problem. When you go into a bathroom stall, you're carrying a firearm, okay? What you have to do is you have to go to the one all the way down on the end if you're right-handed, because you want to put the firearm to the wall. You don't want anybody reaching under the underneath the stall. And if they do reach under there and try to grab your pants or something of that nature, all right, you need to have a backup. Okay, now, because I do carry a firearm every day, I do carry a backup. Generally, now this is conditional, okay? 45, I carry the, there it is. Generally what I carry is the 410 defensive round. See if that'll focus. There you go. See, you can actually see 45 if I hold my hand still. Not gonna do it, is it? Yeah, there. There you go, 45 long Colt. Anyway, now, when I'm wearing like painter pants, you know, this is a pistol that I'll carry. And I put them both, they're in my pocket all day long, and they stay there, all right? Well, let me look here a second. Well, oh, it's right there on my desk. Anyway, if I'm wearing like Wrangler jeans that fit a little tighter, I'll carry this. All right, what this is what is it? North American Arms 22 WMR 22 Magnum. Now, people will laugh at that, but you got 5 shots, and it basically has similar ballistics to like a 380 auto. Sometimes, depending on the 9mm, it'll go that fast. But the reason you carry like this is because you want to carry all day, okay? I can do anything. I can work out on my land, ride my tractor, do whatever I want, and I don't have to pull the gun out, put it in a glove box or anything like that. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong to do this belly carry thing. I'm saying what it is it's the flavor of the week, all right? It's popular now. When I learned how to carry a firearm back in the day, I mean, pretty much, all right, now I'm going to date myself. What we really had to carry was a revolver. Mine was a Ruger Security 6, if you remember those. Now they call it the S-something, 100, I believe. It's basically the same pistol. But we had those to carry, right? Or something similar to Smith & Wesson and all that good stuff. Dan Wesson was hitting the scene at the time. Or you carried a 1911, or if you were a little bit, had more money, you would actually carry a Browning high power. Those were pretty much your choices. There was other ones out there, but that's pretty much what everybody carried. And when you learn to carry these guns, this is what we had. And I mean, it goes way, way back. In the last, I would say, about 25 years, I guess, this new thing, this Tac-Ta-cool, you guys come out with the lights and the optics, and there's nothing wrong with those, they work. And let me tell you the point-blank truth of the matter. There's no benefit, and there is no not benefit to having a light on your gun. You ask people that have tried putting a light on their gun, and nobody's used it. Use it, take garbage out, change the tire on your car, shit like that, but no one really uses it. Everybody wants to give you this scenario that if you're in your house and a burglar breaks in, the light is an advantage. No, it's a disadvantage. It's like, here I am right here, and yeah, I know this is an arguable point. But you're giving up the one thing that you really have in that advantage, home court advantage. It's never pitch black, all right, unless you got dark out shades, and it's never pitch black in your house. It just isn't, okay? I got kids, they're always leaving the bathroom light on. Half the time the kitchen light is on. I mean, you know, things like this, right? And the what-if scenarios are really going to get you hurt, okay? But, and same thing with the little red dots. Yeah, if you're a good shot without a red dot, once you adjust to a red dot, you'll be a good shot with the red dot. It's just, you know, the Tac-Ta-cool people, look, this whole environment is designed to sell you what's new, okay? And let's just take the 2011, the Staccatos and that stuff right there. Right now, that's the big thing on, you know, the court, and that's what everybody uses, or, you know, all the Tac-Ta-cool people, they're bragging about it. And really, what is it? It's a double stack 9mm. There are thousands of them on the market. Okay, you don't have to have that one. Hell, the pistol I have on my hip right now is a double stack 9mm, carries 18 rounds. All right, 19 if you want to put one in the chamber. Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's just what I'm telling you is to think for yourself. There's nothing wrong with what the Tac-Ta-cool people are telling you, but you have to understand there's nothing wrong with any other way of doing it. It's just like the arguing loaded or empty chamber. It really doesn't matter. Just carry your firearm and you will adjust your tactics accordingly. Okay? The Israelis do not carry a bullet in the chamber. Why? Well, because they're not experts. All right? Now, if you're an expert and you shoot 1,000,000 rounds a day and you have a huge YouTube channel where somebody buys your ammo and you do all of this, yeah, your skill set is different than the skill set of a farmer in East Texas, okay? That doesn't mean that you're any more deadly than me in an altercation at a gas station. What it means is you've got a different way of doing it. And another thing, you get people out there arguing, oh, you've got to have a Kimber, you've got to spend $1,000, you've got to spend $1,500 on a 1911. No, you don't. Will it be as polished and smooth? No. But training with it will make it as polished and smooth. All right? In other words, you can buy a $500 1911 these days that's perfectly adequate and are really good quality. Is it going to be the same as a $2,500 pistol? No. Will it do the same job? Yeah, absolutely, because you're going to train on it. I personally, I don't go out and buy all these big name brands, and I love watching the big YouTube channels. I really do. I agree with a lot of things they say, but you understand when they get an expensive pistol on the table in front of you, they're going to tell you it's the cat's meow because they get these pistols for test and evaluation, T&E guns, and yeah, you're not going to give a bad review. You're going to pretend like it's going to be an honest review, but if you give them a bad review, you know that company's not going to send you another pistol. So that's what this is all about, viewership and money for these guys. And God bless them. Trust me, they're far better shots than I will ever be, okay? Because I don't spend $1,000,000 a year on ammo like some of these guys have to. But that's beside the point, all right? I think it's dangerous because they're telling you to do expert things when you're not an expert, okay? It's just like years ago carrying a knife. I got in a fight, I had to pull my knife, all right? And I lost it, right? It got knocked out of my hand. Ever since that day, I carry a backup knife in my pocket, okay? I mean, look, east side Chicago, or south side Chicago got rough, okay? But yeah. All right, it cost me a scar right here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right there. That's what getting your knife knocked out of your hand cost you, right? And anyway, you don't have to do all these things. You don't need a $450 knife. Good old buck 110 will do it. A couple $100, man, for the autos. There you go. Been carrying one of these since I joined the Navy years and years and years ago. Now that they come up with the auto, woohoo, yeah, that's a cat's meow. I'm going to brag on this one right here, right? See, there you go. See that button right there? Watch this. Boom! Yep. This is actually my second auto that I've had, right? The blade on my first one got loose, and I sent it back to Buck. They sent me a brand new knife. But everybody needs to figure out what's going to work for them. Stop trying to tell people oh, no, you got to do this, you got to do that. Because in my opinion, what happens is I know people, okay? And because of all this, you got to do this, you got to do that. They're uncomfortable with it, so they don't carry a firearm, okay? No. The object is to get as many good people with a gun out there as we can, all right? We need to support each other. Doesn't matter. Okay, how you carry, just carry. And look, I know everybody is sitting there and I know. Oh, yes, you got to do this. You got to do. It's so funny. All right. No, you don't. You do what you're comfortable with. Your skill set is your skill set. All right. I've gone through all of these stages in my 65 years of life. How old am I, honey?
63.
63, right? 64 real quick, but yeah, all right. I've gone through every stage since my early 20s of carrying a firearm, okay? And it's like, no. Back in the day, back in that day, there was a lot of people that carried without a holster. Now, that's a bad idea, and it's illegal in the state of Texas, by the way. You have to have a holster for good reasons, right? Now, I like that holster that the one that I wear, right? That Urban Carry holster. They're a great holster. They're not that expensive. They're up to like $70, $80, right? I think $80 right now, right? Kind of locks the pistol in. Yeah, it's a great holster. Their customer service sucks, but it's a good holster, so I buy them. All right, but yeah, it's. You need to think about all these things when you're carrying a firearm. Why are you carrying a firearm? All right, this is the main question. Are you carrying it because you can? Because it's now they have constitutional carry. You don't have to get a concealed carry permit. Is that the reason you're carrying? If so, fine. Understand that, okay? The reason I carry is because I can imagine 1,001 scenarios where I might need a firearm. That's not why I carry. I carry for the scenario that I can't think ahead for. I carry for the thing that's going to happen that I'm like, I didn't see that coming. And it's literally, I'm protecting my family and myself, all right, from dangerous, lethal force. And that stuff can happen. It's happened to me a few times in my life. But what I'm saying is, man, you Tac-Ta-cool people, you need to be more supportive of the other fellas, right? And you're giving bad advice. You're giving expert advice to novice people. But the videos look cool. I watch them myself. It's great. But I've heard people get on there and talk smack about firearms and say how bad it is that I own. And I'm going to tell you right now, these Turkish pistols, they're excellent quality. They're accurate, and they're good, and they're less than half the price. And let me tell you something. I've never met a Taurus that has let me down. I probably have 15 Tauruses. How many Tauruses do I have, honey?
10.
She said 10.
20?
20? All right, we don't know. I have a lot of Tauruses, and they're excellent firearms, okay? But yeah, I mean, this whole thing is, you need to figure out why you're carrying, okay? And I'm telling you, you can carry full size anytime you want. You have to adjust your entire life for carrying a firearm, okay? And I've seen it over and over and over and over again. They got all this new Tac-Ta-cool shit out there. It doesn't mean it's right, okay? It just means it's a different way of doing it. Just like that flashlight thing on a gun. You can argue that point till the cows come home, and you're not going to make headway because it literally doesn't make that much of a difference. Now, I do have some lights for my handguns. And what I use those for is when I'm checking the property late at night, I'll stick it on the end of my gun. But that's pretty much it because I'm out walking into trees in the country, okay? And what I'm looking for is coyotes, okay? So I do have them. There is a use for them. But, it's just another expense. You put a light on your pistol, now you have to buy a different holster. All right? This is a money-making machine, okay? And the Tac-Ta-cool people are pushing it. But anyway, I hope you found this, useful. If not, fine. All right? If you want to argue, I probably won't respond because this is just my opinion. And I'm telling you, you should try thinking it out and coming up with your own way of doing things because Tac-Ta-cool is not always right. Matter of fact, Tac-Ta-cool can get you in a lot of trouble. But anyway, God bless everybody. I hope you found it useful, like I said. All right, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, by the way, it is 26 degrees here in East Texas this morning. That's a cold one. All right, bye-bye.